Some women are simply born rich, confident, and naturally magnetic to their desires. Let's be clear, this podcast is not for them. However, if you're a soul-driven, visionary, or entrepreneurial woman who's been on a mission to learn how to create a better future bursting to come out of you, welcome to my world. I'm Jo Warwick, and this is Rich, Sexy, and Free. I've dedicated most of my career to helping women get to their core power and unlock the missing pieces for their own unique success. You may already know me as the author of The Big Book of Love. With 30 years experience in psychology, embodiment, manifesting, and energetics, we will be exploring together and with guests mindset, self-expression, and richer flow of money and love in your life. The keys to becoming rich, sexy, and free. So if this excites you, don't forget to like and subscribe on your favorite platform so you can stay up to date. Hi, Jo Warwick here, and I am so pleased that you're joining me today for the latest episode of Rich, Sexy, and Free. Today is an intimate session, just you and I, and we will be exploring today the difference between leaning into fear or choosing love. A lot of the work that I've done over the years, it's all boiled down to this one thing. It seems so simple, and yet, do we make it so knotted? The truth is that a lot of those limiting beliefs, those ways that we hold ourselves back, is because we're choosing fear. Fear, false evidence appearing real, or fear that's coming from an animalistic point of ourselves. Instead of coming from a place of expansion and abundance that is within us, knowing that we are safe, we can trust ourselves, we can trust our instincts, etc. But instead from this reptilian brain fear, so, oh my God, I'm in danger, something's going to eat me, something's going to kill me, that sort of fear. But more importantly, by false evidence appearing real. That means fear that has been from the past that's manifesting itself in the present. Fear that you won't be liked, that you won't be good enough, that you'll be a failure, that you're not enough. For me, this is a biggie one that I've often have to base is this fear of being human and not being perfect. And so that's completely false evidence appearing real. I've just had to clear it again. If I allow myself to be seen, visibility-wise, to the next level, so that millions of people were seeing me, my books, my products, my podcast, I had to again review the belief that to be at that level, I have to be perfect. And as I dig deeper, it was a fear that if I'm not perfect, I'm not safe. If I'm perfect, no one can hurt me. But being perfect isn't something you can achieve to protect yourself. What it protects you is having this absolute belief, knowing, confidence, love, abundance, flow, overflow. That's what protects you, because if you do attract it, you've got the resources. That's the difference between choosing fear and love. Fear is shrinky and limited. It holds you back. It holds you down. It is just a mindset. It is just an energy. But when we release it and we flip it, this is a technique I want to introduce you to, my flip to love. This is a technique that underpins all of my rich, sexy, and free work. When you flip to love, you actually flip into an abundant mindset. You flip into surrendering those limitations and flip into an expansive state so that you can receive the resources. Now, even recording this podcast today, I had some resistance because I'm recording this post my traveling for the month and I was loving it and it was great. And I haven't done any recording since coming back and I had resistance. I kept saying it was because I'd hurt my back for a couple of days that had healed. Oh, I'm a bit tired, but eventually I had to accept it's just resistance. I had set the intention today was the day everything had come through. I'm doing a recording day. And so I had to face the resistance. And the resistance is the fear. Anything that's stopping you, anything that's slowing you down so that you're not taking action is resistance. And the more that you leave it and the more it becomes a bigger thing, it's coming from fear. And it can have wrapped up inside that fear, it can have shame and sadness and guilt, but generally it's fear. Fear is a backward moving energy, or a handbrake, as I like to call it, and it can be a glass ceiling as well. So it can be like a handbrake as though you're trying to drive your car with brakes on. Or it's this internal glass ceiling that am I expanding to a new level and it's like something trying to squish you down. One is about momentum, one is about expansion of abundance. And the underpinning is always fear. Now, you can call it anxiety, you can call it worry, you can call it stress. It's all fear. But the truth is, it is false evidence appearing real. It means it's an illusion and a lie that is seeming to appear now. It is a shadow that is seeming to appear now. And I often think it's like cleaning your kitchen sink. Once you've recognized there is something blocking the flow through your kitchen sink, you know you have to put something down it. And in my book, I call love the WD-40. It's the sink unblocker. Once you recognize that there is a blockage, then you can acknowledge it, you can accept it, then you can let love do the work, and love does the clearing. So when we choose love, which is the source energy within you, the truth within you, your soul within you, your divinity within you, we can call it a million different ways, but it is the thing that's inside of you. God resides in you as you. It is the power source within you. It is the secret source to your power, to your clarity, to your truth. It's within you. If you call it love, it's easier to understand this unconditional feeling of love. And once you surrender it up, you know that it's a feeling, it's a mindset, it's a thought, and then you're able to release the resistance and come back into this flow of abundance. We get to choose. We get to choose over and over again. And sometimes that choice is little. Sometimes it's throughout your day. Sometimes it's big. It depends where you're setting yourself forward. I know that there are times when I've allowed a limiting mindset to get in the way. I mean, this failure belief has been a limiting block that I've had to work through over and over and over and over and over again because it's a core belief. But it's clearing and it's better than it's ever been. And it likes to raise its head occasionally. And I tend to it and I deal with it and release it. Other times, some things are just like today, which was a bit about like, oh, not being perfect. Ugh, get over yourself. Get over yourself. The one thing Rich, Sexy, and Free is about is not being perfect. It's about being you. And it's about tapping into your energy of loving yourself no matter what. Today, I was interviewed for a magazine. And I was asked, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned in your life? And I was easily able to write, above anything else, is learning to love myself no matter what I am doing, no matter what I am being. And it is that, no, I choose love. I choose love. I choose unconditional love. I choose to love myself no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm being. And then it all flows once more, because when love leaves, abundance follows always. And that's the biggest thing I've learned with my clients over the many, 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 many years I've been doing this, that observing it as well as living it myself over and over again, how Rich, Sexy, and Free became a method was recognizing what happens when you let love do the work and you let that power become free and flowing in your life. Oh, it's incredible. And my clients get these amazing things. And one of the clarity things I had whilst I was away was that I haven't been talking about this enough. And I haven't talked about it enough on the podcast, but I've stopped talking about it, even though I've written an entire book all about love, spiritual love, parental love, loving relationships, self-love, all those kind of ways. And it underpins all my work. And yet I was hiding talking about love because a limiting belief had come up that I would be seen as silly. And for a while, I've been choosing that fear, that I thought I had to put on a different hat to be acceptable and to not seem childish if I'm talking about love. And I was like, what the fuck? Coming to that awareness while I was away. And I was like, what? No, love is the foundation of what I do. It's the secret source to the work that I do with clients, with what they learn within themselves. It's not that I give love to them. I absolutely love them, but it's not my love. It's the unlocking of the love within yourself. It's acknowledging the full power of the love that's within you, the power to heal yourself, the power to transform, the power to get into the abundant flow that is available to you at all times. And the key bit of that is that you get to feel, so confident. You get to feel confident. You get to feel secure. You get to feel vitality. You get to feel rich as fuck because you get to feel full of love, but you also get to see that manifested, reflected back to you by people, by things, by opportunities and invitations, it gets manifested back to you because you're allowing love. And love has to come through you. It also has to come out of you, and it has to come back to you. And when you choose love, not fear, that's what you see. You see love. You see the flow of love, and it's releasing that resistance every time. I'm really excited. I'm going to tell you now is that I've decided to pull out my flip fear to love technique out of my Rich, Sexy and Free program, and giving you the opportunity to grab the technique for yourselves is like $7. It's a nothingness. It's coming with the journal prompts. It's coming with the training, and it's going to give you a real chance to experience, see, do it for yourself and experience what my clients experience and really know this technique inside and out. So just head on over to richsexyandfree.com. Look out for Flip Fear to Love. It is really just the most transformative technique. Using it myself, using it with my clients over the 25 plus years. These are techniques that you can use verbally, physically, recognize that love is not just something that you do once. It's like love, 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 love. And if you want an abundance of love, it's getting into that flow over and over and over again and making it fast and easy for you to experience. It's going to give you a big impact, whether you choose to move on to something a bit more in my world, that's fine too. But head on over, go and grab that. So it's Flip to Love and it's available for you. So I leave you with a thought today. Where are you looking? Are you looking to fear or are you looking to love? And remembering that you get to choose love over and over again. And love means abundance. It means expansion. It means unconditional. It means receptivity. It means being able to breathe. It means grace. It means being magnetic. It means peace and neutrality. It means absolutely being in a state of neutral calm, not hyper excited, not fear, shrinky, calm. Getting into a state of wide open, that feeling that you have if you imagined yourself driving down a road, it's wide and open, and you've got the roof down and the sun shining, your favorite tunes on, and that wide and open space. That's what happens when you connect to the flow of love and the flow of abundance. So, like the feeling of that, instead of the way that you may be feeling tight and constricted and anxious, you're out of your body and into your head. And so the first thing that has to happen is a mindset flip that allows the flow of love to flow through your body, through your mind, to open you up and expand. And then life starts to manifest that. It starts to reflect that. You get the shift automatically. Exciting. It's been great to connect with you today. But before you leave, if you want to find out more about any of my books, products, or coaching packages, just simply go ahead and visit richsexyandfree.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the podcast.